on some like marketing basis, learn some techniques like that, learn some communication skills, learn how to properly network. Because when it really comes down to it, like if you really want to build yourself up, like most of that effort is just networking. It's just doing the groundwork, meeting other content creators, meeting other companies, and just building up that way and getting your face out there on multiple platforms and doing the real work for it. Not every day when you turn on the stream, you're gonna have your consistent regulars come through. Not every day you're gonna get a follower. You gotta take that into consideration on you as you're striving to grind and just keep on improving. Another thing is to take in consideration of your arithmetic, like what audience you're trying to like grab. What do you bring to the table that's different from somebody else is playing in the same game category as you? What can you do to bring yourself like up in the viewership that somebody else doesn't do? Or what can you do that's better than somebody else is doing? You know, there's just different avenues and ways of catching yourself. There's always a meme of a trend or anything that you're doing that you can probably grab and be awesome at. Right. Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
Jesus Christ. So, yeah, you just gotta just think about that. And I would say seriously take time to sit down and just, especially just directed to like young adolescents and people who are going to school or have like a heavy career, really talk to yourself, do I really have time to commit to be a content creator? Or rather, is this something I really want to do? If it's something you really want to do, you're going to find a way to commit into it and make it work for you. If you just feel like right now is not the time to really try to blow up on this, yo, it is what it is. Just make it a hobby. Stream every now and then. Let your homies know. They be your regulars. And then, you know, grow from word to mouth and keep on with it. And when you have time to really try to invest to be partner, I'm not going to say affiliate because anybody can fucking be affiliate nowadays. But trying to get to partner, you got to really think about the real business logistics of it.
Now, how I feel with that whole thing with the partner and affiliate stuff, I'll go about that at another point in time. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I already went off on that earlier with Twitter.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Today?
No, not today, but this week.
Oh, I gotta check then.
No.
Did not.
I'll sum it up basically.
Oh, okay.
How I feel with this whole thing with partners and affiliates, I personally feel like they shouldn't be a thing at all. I feel like everybody should just have an equal footing with the same amount of shit that we all have. Like fuck it, if we have it so that okay, we sign up, we have let's say the sub button or emotes, yeah, that's what we should have with us. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to necessarily have to grind. Like, I understand we're all gonna grind as streamers. That's the thing we all do. But I personally feel like with this whole thing, we're trying to reach partner, and you help me see that as well. Is it gives a lot of false hope and discouragement. That's why I'm like, hold on. That's why I sat back and like, hold up, let me go ahead and think about this. Why the fuck should I really try to fight this hard for something that really should have been in platforms to begin with? Like, shouldn't being able to access the stream team thing, shouldn't that be there to begin with? Shouldn't being able to have the dual streaming, shouldn't that be there to begin with? That's where part of my issue stems with this whole thing with Twitch, because I know if I can take my ass over to other platforms right now, I'll be able to have them at my disposal, and I shouldn't have to fight for something that's damn near unattainable to see if I can get there. See, I know what my worth is with this whole thing, with this streaming platform, and this is why I said I don't necessarily have a home when it goes to streaming, because when it goes to streaming platforms. Because there's always some, for me personally, there's always some weird bullshit that goes with either Twitch, with either Trovo, with either DUI, with either YouTube, or even at the time with Mixer. Now, I know I said I was gonna go right over to Glimesh when it's gonna launches in 2 weeks. But this is why I even went over to Glimesh. This is why I even want to go over to Glimesh. Is at the very least, is ran by streamers that knew exactly what the hell, know exactly what I just talked about, with having all this stuff being unattainable and stuff that should have been there right from the beginning. But I also feel like I want them to be that kind of platform that'll have others see. It's like, yo, you shouldn't have to grind this fucking hard for something unattainable. I mean, yeah, you grind hard to get your community, you grind hard to be the best person you can be, but to grind this hard for the platform to potentially not get what you're looking for. The fuck is the point? I mean, at this point, I already lowered my goals. Look, I'm grinding just to grow my community. I'm not grinding for Twitch's benefit. I'm not grinding for YouTube's benefit. That's how I feel.
Now, I appreciate you summing that up. That was really good, honestly.
Thank you.
Secondly, I don't know where Monica's at. Like, hello?
Right.
Like, bro. I'll give him, like, after my statement. He don't come through, I'm kicking him out. Like, we have this thing called a 21 time. You say, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Want me go to the, there he is. Fuck it, hey, dude. He don't go to the bathroom.
I was listening to your motivational speeches. Is that a problem?
Yeah, it is. We're trying to hunt and do this shit at the same time. We got a time constraint, bro. Like the hell?
I'm bad.
Like, you got the 21 side, you're like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, talk to his mama, his daddy, go get something to eat, go get a massage, go beat a schmeat, and then come back, go fuck a chick, then come back on the phone. Well, I love him, though. That's my homie right there, though. It's all good. But now, I do agree, we should have those tools implicated already, but, like, pretty much, the partners are, like, the test dummies for those things. Like, more or less, we start getting those things trickled down to affiliates over a course of time. Like, they just keep on tweaking it and then they trickle it down. Same thing, a lot of the tactics that Twitch has, it's a marketing scheme to basically funnel out content creators that they know that they're gonna invest in and get money back and, like, you know, and then some. So a lot of things where they have like this affiliate program, you push yourself into that, you think you're trying to push ahead, and they start pushing on marginalizing across the mainstream games and then like the second tier games and so on and so forth, and start pushing them out there. You realize even in Monster Hunter, despite the sheer amount of like content creators that play Monster Hunter, there's maybe like at least 5 to 3% of them that are partnered. And if you look at the range of their followership, at most it'll range between, like, no lie, between like 4K to maybe 10K followers. And even the 10K ones, they don't necessarily play Monster Hunter all the time, or they're Korean or Japanese females. Like, it's just is what it is. And in terms of like that concept, it can be daunting where you see like these numbers, like, man, I'm striving to be a content creator on the Monster Hunter platform, you know, a small niche, what have you, and you're trying to reach a bigger audience, and it's hard to do so due to very complications. It can be very daunting, and Twitch doesn't even make it seem sociable enough to interact with these people without seeming schemy, like you're trying to take their followers, or just networking just for clout or what have you, other than having like a safe environment where, hey, why isn't there a part where I can literally talk to other content creators and see what they would like to like network and collaborate, or make friends on here that you can all relate to the process of being a content creator and struggling through trying to get your numbers up and your viewers up, other than feeling real schemy and slimy about it. There's no implications for that. It's just a dog-eat-doggy world on Twitch. And when it comes to like those tools, I would love to have those things. Probably in time we're going to, but it is what it is. We gotta fight for it, unfortunately. Here, it's like real crabs in the barrel.
Right.
Now, I never heard of the one you just spoke about now, or at least it didn't cross my mind. But we do need a platform like that, not to just shake up Twitch, but to just give us a place where we can go ahead and have fun as content creators and get the experience that we deserve, to be recognized that, hey, no matter what number we are, like, it shouldn't matter if we have the tools to, like, you know, boost up our content. So, in short, when it comes to just streaming in general, I completely understand where Twitch has become an environment where it's not very healthy to grow, and it could be strenuous on somebody's mind. But I always tell people that don't give up. Just keep trying your best. We can try to finally honestly work together and think of a formula that could work best for us. Even if it's a small niche at first, start growing out where we can start having more people be recognized and get their viewerships up and their sub counts up and just work as a whole. Like, it's the same thing even with Monster Hunter. No matter, like I said earlier, there was like 3% is partnered and the other people are still out here not partnered, but they can maybe have between 40 to 30 viewers at any point in time. It's like, wow, how often do you honestly get to talk to that individual? Like, how often you get to honestly talk to, like, you know, Karada Sama or get to talk to Brown Kool-Aid or something like that without having like to get into their stream to speak to them. Like, bruh, it's very, very like far in between you can have a chance to even talk to them. Let alone say, hey, what a network and probably just play Monster Hunter together and collab. Like, you want to do something like that just for fun. But also like, hey, I'm trying to take your small niche of viewers of hunters because I'm trying to grow. Like, it's really ambiguous. Or maybe that's not the right word, but
No. But it's basically like, that's essentially, like you said, that's essentially how you put it into the streaming world nowadays. In all honesty, like, bro, Twitch being a monopoly has not helped the streaming industry at all. Like, this is essentially how it is with the NFL. It has not helped football at all with them being a monopoly. You don't want a monopoly at all. You want something that is going to be competitive or something that's gonna catch Twitch's attention and be like, oh shit, you know, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. You know, maybe we should do something a little different here and there. So, you guys haven't heard of Glimesh, that's all fine, but to basically put it,
so I can get you out.
That's all good. That's all good. Look, I would take it. But yeah, basically to put it simply, it's gonna launch next month. It's gonna launch March 2nd. And from how it's looking is it took some things from Mixer that made it great, such as the FTL. If you guys remember what FTL was all about, it was like one or 2 second delay, things like that. So it's pretty good for interacting. What they're gonna also do is they're gonna make it a little bit more easier to be discovered on the platform, seeing as clearly Twitch don't even care about discoverability like that. So there's that. One thing they're also gonna do is weekly payouts. So, you know, like how it is with Twitch, where you get 250, then yeah, you'll get 250 the next week.
Now, one thing that you mentioned earlier, that it might have been scripted, but I said it a lot. You talked about like your identity being on a platform, and I think maybe I'm mixing words up, but I think you said it whereas like, you know,
no,
Twitch doesn't.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, you did.
Twitch doesn't. It doesn't identify you. Wherever platform you go on, you have the freedom to do so, and it's like a mandala. You start over again, but you still have your image. Like, Twitch doesn't hold that from you. And I think Still Drifter said it best, because the reason why he took out TTV out of his name is because Twitch doesn't hold him. Like, if he wants to go to YouTube or Instagram or Pornhub or whatever, he can go to those platforms and still hold himself, like, you know, with full-on clarity. Like, this is who I am. I'm not Twitch. Twitch doesn't represent me. It's just because TTV shouldn't be the driving force to bring me viewers. My name and my energy should do that alone.
Right. Said boss, I hope at some point they're trying to. What I hope they do is stay as an independent company, which is exactly what they are. They're literally an independent company, They're all streamers that know exactly the kind of grind and the kind of BS that we had to go through with all of this thus far. So for them, yeah, I hope they do bring it in consoles, you know, like how Mixer did. But I also hope they don't fall in line with AAA companies. Please don't go to Amazon. Don't go to Microsoft. Don't go to Sony. Don't go to any of these platforms unless you're trying to get your streaming platform on their consoles. Other than that, you stay exactly like how they are. You can be yourself by being independent. You can be successful by being independent. It's hard, but it can be done.
The gripe with being an affiliate on Twitch, it kind of hinders you from like which platforms you can go to, because like in the NDA, you can't necessarily always like advertise and broadcast yourself on platforms like that. It will conflict with your affiliateship with Twitch. So I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why, look, I'm being honest with you. I'm getting close to the affiliate payout. Yeah, the minute I get that affiliate payout, I'm going to email Twitch and tell them I'm not. That's the
Oh,
first
with
thing.
Gleam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna be. I'm not fucking with Twitch and how they handle what we talked about this. So
Right. Yeah.
for me, it's like, look, I know my worth as a streamer, and Twitch ain't gonna be that's gonna hold me down. I mean, shit, I knew I had potential to thrive elsewhere. I mean, shit, I remember how it all went when I was over at D-Live. I was having a lot of fucking fun there. Until
Yeah, that shit was dope. Give me lemons!
Right, like the fuck. I
Give
knew
me the Lamborghini!
that was when it clicked. I'm like, oh shit, bro. I might actually be able to have fun elsewhere, and I won't need Twitch.
Funny as fuck.
I
Let me
just-
get the Lamborghini!
Right,
Oh, God.
right.
How do you
like,
spell the platform he's talking about? There you go, Glimesh.
I just put it down there, and hold on.
I would say, honestly, if anybody's in chat, that if you're not an affiliate, like, yo, peruse every platform that you have available that might work for you.
Right.
Like, it's a difference to whereas if you're using, like, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit to, like, post, like, your highlights or whatever you're going live. It's a lot different than that than actually, like, streaming on those platforms because there's a lot of intertwinings with, like, your NDA, your terms and conditions with Twitch. Like, me personally, and it's scary, but it is what it is. It's ingrained with us to lose something that you work so hard for. I will be afraid to, like, go somewhere like Glimesh, or if it was ever alive again, like D-Live. But I know, like, based off my energy, I could do it again.
I'll be honest with you. That fear came to my head as well. This whole thing of how Glimesh is right now, but it's like. Right now, look, the only thing I got to lose is if I'm still here and I'm not growing as a streamer as much as I should be.
Right.
So at this point, I ain't got shit else to lose. I know I don't because I'm having people sitting up there telling me, yo, bro, your content is very underrated. Like, I love the energy you put out. I'm like, oh shit. If people love it for that, then why the hell am I not growing any more than I should? So I'm like, okay, then fuck it, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's one thing that's, like you said, it's hard to be discovered on here. Especially in a saturated group, let alone a small niche one. Like, Monster Hunter, world blew up so much, it's like, damn, when you stream that game, you might as well have really concrete regulars, or at least get some type of publication so somebody can see you. Like, if you honestly don't have at least like 40 to 50 viewers on Monster Hunter World, nobody gonna see you. You're invisible. Only your homies see you. Like, I mean, at most, I mean, in terms of, like, the American standard, it's at least 40 to 50 right now. Before, it was, like, 70, 80, then it went down a lot due to the fact that, you know, people got bored of the game. People that were just wanting to go to the highlights. So it's rough. Now, Generations, it's literally clicks. Like, it's sad to say, but it's literally clicks, and I don't necessarily mind it because I'm a people person. I don't mind going out there and trying to meet new hunters and get to know their community and become a part of it organically, not trying to like, hey, I want to take your viewers. Like, no, I want to be part of your community. I want to get to know you. I really want to hunt with you when I can. I want to learn different builds from you, learn different techniques from you. That's my mindset in terms of being like creature of hunters. I want to learn everything that possibly can so I can share to somebody else in the best fruition that I possibly know how. But it's hard to do so when just viewers alone, being honest about it, don't want to move to see you because they're comfortable in their little niche spot of the stream that they watch at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, okay, Preacher Violence coming on at 4. I already have my muscles to fill with my homies that I've been hanging out with 2 years. I don't know this guy from a can of paint. He doesn't play the style that I play or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm gone. If only the Monster Hunter community were more lackadaisical when it comes to the content creators that they actually watch, I think a lot of people in our community alone would be prosperous. Like, hey, let's just rotate out, not even as like an official team on the Monster Hunter like page, but like as a community, you see some guys live, just check them out. Go lurk. interact for like 15, 20 minutes. Help their numbers go up a little bit. Tell your friends about this person. Check them out. Like, honestly, I've been going through the Monster Hunter community for like the past 3 years, and I haven't found one toxic person at all. Like, there might be some people who are kind of blunt like me or whatever, but that's about it. That's about it. Everybody else is welcoming, want to hang out, they want to be goofy and talk about butts like we do, want to be anime like we do, but in terms of the community and their viewers, they won't come through for us because they're comfortable with the other butt people that's already there. And it's like, bro, what do you have to do to attract those type of people? Like I said earlier to Metro, you have to find what works for you and how it can flow and attract that audience that's so comfortable with a regimen that they already seen countless times over and over again. Because to be honest, with Monster Hunter, in terms of gameplay wise, it's more or less the same shit.
Right.
You're gonna find the same, you're gonna find the same Goombas who are doing the same thing I'm doing, dodging and flipping and hoops and stuff like that. The whole thing I said earlier with Val, the nostalgia, like, man, this monster's hard, that monster's difficult. He died this amount of times. Oh man, you card at this. I'm really good at this. I have this spectral I feel. How long you can keep talking about that before you get tired, my G? Like, dead ass, like, for real, you go to most Monster Hunter people, I'm not being narcissist, you're gonna find very few people who are like me. Very few, because there's only one Preacher Valor. But you're gonna see a ton of people who are rather easy, quick to adhere to the community that want to talk and be in a nostalgic format in that comfortability zone. And it's just sad. Some people can prove me wrong and say otherwise, because like you haven't checked out enough, you don't know enough people like that.
And
you
that's a
haven't did the whole
possibility, but
Pokédex. Yeah.
that definitely is a possibility. But hey, look, you mentioned about being very oversaturated. So how else am I gonna be able to do this? So
you can go on Monster Hunter World right now, and like the top 30 at least is either some Korean or Japanese female, Caucasian female, or some chunky dude up there on the screen. And out of those people, out of that 30, maybe a good 5 or 6 of them are actually fucking partnered on Monster Hunter.
see, this is why this is why I said I really don't fuck with statuses. You shouldn't need a status to.
But see, that's what I'm saying. The point I'm getting at with this, is not necessarily because the fact that they're good at the game, they're silly, goofy, whatever context is that. It's just the fact that they're there first on the panels. Everybody just sees that. There's a small percentage of consumers, viewers on that level, on a like market level, that will scroll down at least to like the 5th row in any given title. They won't go no lower than that. They'll stay up on the top margin where it's popping. You can interact with people in chat. You got your decent content. You got everything you need. Why do I need to scroll down any further than that to find out something that I'm already looking at? See what I'm saying? So that's the big thing that Spectacular said. It's hard to get noticed when everybody's in the same line doing the same more or less thing. And as a consumer, as a viewer, why the fuck do I need to go down to a 10 viewer stream? Why the fuck do I need to go down to a 20 viewer stream when I can sit up here in the 1,000 stream, lurk, be invisible, watch this person, maybe like they're constant enough to get their amos to support them, and then call it a fucking day? There are very few people, like, unlike your beautiful people in chat, where they take the time, like, you know what, maybe I want to be in a small community. I want to hang out, get to know some people on a friendlier level, make some friends and stuff like that, and maybe actually be at a hunt with the content creator other than waiting like a whole fucking year to be on a queue and have a good time. There's few people like you guys, Agent of Valor and Phantoms, out there, and we wish there's more people that would think that way in any community, but in Monster Hunter, we need that shit.
This is why you don't need the viewer count to really showcase showcase people. You gotta take that shit off. Because otherwise, how's this shit gonna change? Y'all got a better idea how this would go? What also doesn't help with Twitch, and this is the thing, look, people would shit on YouTube from a streaming perspective. Here's the thing, at least with YouTube, they got an algorithm. I mean, shit, no matter how many views you get, you're gonna get noticed somehow. I didn't expect to get noticed when I sat up there and I did my walkthrough for Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2, but shit, lo and behold, the minute I come back the day later, I see like 500 people watching, and I was just at like five subscribers. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm seeing my good friend right now named SLS Studios. He started his whole wrestling league, and God knows how many wrestling leagues they be having up when it goes to WWE 2K. And because YouTube has such a good algorithm, he's able to get noticed.
Okay.
He's able to get noticed. So, if he was on Twitch and if he tried this shit out, he's not going to get anyone to come by. That's part of the problem right there, was Twitch doesn't have an algorithm. Twitch really relies on you as a streamer, or you as a viewer that likes said streamer, to really sit up there and promote this person and tell them to check out their content. When, and here's the thing, we don't know for sure if they even like the content. They'll want to go and watch someone else.
I've been like really sitting like in the viewer mode for a while and trying to check it out. And I tried it out. I literally watched just only Monster Hunter for the past couple of days, and still on my recommended, I'll get some, like, I'm just gonna call this a very voluptuous Twitch girl on the stream that's playing like Call of Duty or Fall Guys. I've been watching Monster Hunter for a whole week, for maybe 40 to 50 hours a day, but more or less, you know what I mean, like a week, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, how are you? Am I still getting the algorithm of somebody playing Call of Duty? Why are you recommending me this? Like,
You didn't
what?
delete your search history.
It could be that. It could be
Probably, right? Like, damn. You're looking at my OnlyFans to tell what I want to look at? Like, shit. Like, the fuck is this? Like, it's so crazy. Even if you were to, like, switch it, like, to recommended, I only want to watch, like, small streamers. You have an option to do that at least. At least in, like, the game categories. Like, you still gotta, like, shift through and just find through the sea of people that you wish you could support them all, but you can't.
So,
no. That's why I always say, like, if I say if, because it's I can't even say we can do, because in reality right now, it would take at least like a 5-year plan to get everybody together, the big people that we need. And just Monster Hunter alone, if we actually sat up there and had like the big people, like, hey, listen, we got some wonderful, wonderful content creators who actually genuinely out here want to meet other hunters and have a good time, but they can't get recognized. Could you just please just help them out? More so than just a raid, actually be there, collab with them, get to meet some new friends, other than just like sitting up there just thinking about your clout and your money. Think about somebody else that just want to innately just want to have a good time.
And that is what I hope Glimesh can do. Not just Monster Hunter, but everybody else. And, you know, for what we say, yeah, this could be for Monster Hunter, this could be for any other community. You could even say this could be for Call of Duty. There's probably good Call of Duty players that we know right now, but are not recognized for really. So, I hope come March 2nd, not even March 2nd, I hope come years since we're talking, that Glimesh becomes that alternative that we have been so desperately looking for. Because for y'all that don't know, I've been trying to leave Twitch for a year now. Year or two. Mixer leaving really did hurt the stream a lot more than people realize. So when it left, it's like, fuck, I really have to go back.
Yeah, y'all really didn't have like an outlet.
Twitch is like going back to that old fucking girlfriend you really don't mess with.
But she got that good ass though.
Right, that's essentially what that is. So, I can't wait. Now, I will stream on Twitch for as long as I possibly can. I think March 1st will be on a Monday. That will probably be the last stream I'll have. After that, bye. Bye.
I'm definitely going to support you and check out Glimesh, dude. Because it might be an investment that not only might benefit me, but somebody else who's like, I like Twitch, but I'm just not growing, and I still want to be a content creator, and they might take that aspect and, like, you know, want to go with it.
Right, and I have definitely seen streamers that felt that same way that I do, or some streamers that felt like it's wrong in some way. So hopefully this can be, you know, hopefully this can be it. I truly do hope so. Because we don't need Twitch to be another monopoly for another year or two. I'm sure that's not what everyone wants.
That Glimesh doesn't fall on the lines like the other predecessors, where they had a great premise at heart, but it was like, man, that money looks good. That green?
Yes.
That green.
And if anything, they can make green by just sticking with their initial plan. After that, they're good. You don't gotta do much else.
Both got sent out here.
Oops. You guys both got zoned.
Yeah.
I'll take that though. I'll take that though.
Classic. Classic Monster Hunter. You take
Like it.
one step near.
It's better than getting hit by that fire. I thought I was gonna get smacked. I was like, bro, please.
I got
Fair
zoned
enough.
just by blocking.
So yeah, but one other thing I'm also liking about it is they have their own Discord. You can just talk. Damn, I got so many. Where you can just talk. Where you can just talk. You can talk to the devs.
Classic.
You can ask them questions. You can actually like connect with the people in that Discord server. Please keep that going. I
Right,
don't care
like,
how
I
big
wish
you
that was
get.
also another thing that we. No! I was scratching my neck, stupid bitch! Oh my god.
One guy.
Hell,
Oh, I had no health? Wow. I
give
did
me
like
some
it,
KO.
Bowen.
I
But,
might die. Oh my god, I'm not dead. What is... What's so funny is I've been keeping us... None of us have been having cool drinks. It's because I've been keeping us in SP level 4 that we've not paid attention to our cool drinks.
oh, that's been you, buddy? Thanks.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I haven't had to top off in a hot minute.
I've been trying to keep us alive for as long as possible, but I wasn't able to hit any hyper
Wait,
parts to
where
keep it up.
is that?
4. He digs to 4. He sleeps in 4. Yeah.
What
This
the
map
long
is
way?
just so weird. Like,
No, I've learned this map. I know where Glavenus sleeps by heart because so many people have came in and wanting to hunt a hyper Glavenus. I help them out, and then they lose track of it. I'm just like, oh, he's in 4. I'm already placing trap, and next thing you know, catch it. Because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna get to it in time for me to be able to kill it.
like I just only know where the Hermitar sleeps on this map. That's it.
Go ahead, Priester, what you were about to say until Zenogre went off. Go
Well,
ahead.
first of all, I want to have like one final hunt with an Elder Dragon. We always wrap it up with that. At least on my end, I'm ending at 8 o'clock, and I can host you if you're still going at 8:30.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Then yeah, I want to have one final. But I was gonna say, I want to say this because I was hard meaning. I said it before. Despite the, just want to clear it out there, clarifying it. Despite the approach I came at Choco and everything like that, it was meant to be said not only just for her, but other people who are also going through the same thing. Just because of the fact that a lot of us go through that same mindset, but it's not even been said. Like even Zenogre disclosed that in chat, and it's other people that go through it, but they never say it. They just go about their way. And you just need to hear that sometime. That like, yo, despite whatever you're going on in your head, there are people who care about you. And when it comes to caring, I think that's something, at least a nice starting point when it comes to a community in the first point. And if you're gonna go over to Gleam, I understand like so hardly people are gonna be sad that you're not gonna be on Twitch. But for the most part, I know a decent chunk of Phantoms will willing to invest the time to make a free account and watch you. And that will be a good starting point for you, at least on Gleam, like, you know, and building yourself up on that platform.
Basically.
Like in my head, like if I want to start out on Gleam and knowing that it's fresh, there ain't too many Monster Hunter content creators on there. So I would do the whole shebang, like, yo, I'm going to Gleam, putting a whole bunch of promotion, like, yo, you love Monster Hunter, whatever like that, looking for new change of pace is not Twitch. Yo, come on through here. Like I would do the whole 9 with like advertising as much as I can and keep on being consistent in it. Because you know the first day is always a rocky day, and just keep on like trying to get people to come through, like, yo, hey, yo, let's go to Gleam, yo, like keep on with it to like get that foundation on there. Because if it's real fresh, that's a free real estate.
Basically, because I'm happy you said that, because that's probably exactly what I'm gonna do the minute it releases on at 11 a.m. is I'm probably going to be the first Monster Hunter streamer on that site.
Let's go.
I plan to be. Now I don't know. Now Stormy says that she's considering having to follow up. She might be the second on that site. So it was like I hope so, and I let Vanillope know about it. Who honestly, how we met through Mixer. Shit, she might be the first to play Smash through that site, for as far as we know. So.
White fatty. It's white fatty.
Okay, cool. Let me go and switch.
I usually go aerial switch axe, but I'm trying something a little daunting.
I'm gonna actually go dual blaze with this shit. But yeah, basically, like you said, not only free real estate, but look, It's a new opportunity. I mean, you mean to tell me I'm not gonna take this and off the shit that they was telling me for what they're gonna put in? You mean to tell me I'm gonna stay on Twitch for and pass this up? No.
Go for it, my G.
No.
Sky's the limit. Like, you got nothing to lose. Like, do it. I'm happy.
I really
actually
don't.
found, like, I'm happy you found an alternative. I don't mean like in terms of like. Maybe it sounds rude, like, you know, you have nothing to lose because, you know, whatever your process going right here is irregular. I mean, like, you know, like you said earlier, like, you can do whatever you want on your platforms and make it the way as you see fit. Nobody's stopping you.
Right. That's why I said it's important for any streamer to realize it's like, look, yo, Twitch doesn't have to be your home if you don't want it to be. If you don't want to stay there, then you can always leave. You can always go back to other spots that you feel like, okay, this is where you feel like you're having fun with. Stay there.